traders, thank you so much for joining us into today's session. For those that don't know who I am, my name is Guna. I've been trading for over 4 years now, and what I do on my live streams, especially my YouTube page, is I share with you guys as much information which I believe in pertaining to price action. And I also give you guys any trading ideas or any trading uh, possibilities that I personally am also anticipating to take on the day. So I share that with you guys upfront live lah, so that you can actually go through the markets yourself and just learn and adapt in terms of how the market potentially will be playing out. If that sounds interesting, guys, sit back, relax. Let's get right into today's session. Okay, so guys, starting off today's session. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, starting off with today's session. So we'll be kicking it off with crypto space first. Okay, because yesterday we spoke about myself. Okay, whereby I am focusing on potential buying opportunities for ETH. ETH, yes. Okay, we do have zones. Okay, we are respecting those zones. We are pushing towards the upside, but it's just very boring, guys, in terms of price for ETH. To be honest, it's normal when we are reaching Q4, okay, Q3, Q4. It's kind of normal for the market to really mostly move in a sideways momentum, okay, because most of the big institutions, all right, they are kind of preparing already for like that year end stuff. So it's very normal for how the market usually will move. Eventually, in our live streams, we will start to trade much smaller time frames. So that is something that we will have to adapt to. This is what I usually also do, like using Q3 and Q4. But for me personally, I still feel it's a little bit early for me to do that. But you guys will see, eventually we will start to trade within 30 minutes and 15 minutes. Okay. However, for now, we will just be sticking to the most average and most reliable, sensible time frame, which is basically the hourly time frame. Because as you can see that, okay, it's not really going anywhere. I really feel very bored when I see price in this sense. And it's gonna be end of the year. I think this one. Yes, exactly. It's because it's going to be Q4. So Q3 and Q4 always at that one. The market condition always like this one. Because remember I showed you guys yesterday an update about USD JPY, right? So if you zoom out, right, then you can see we were in a sideways momentum for the longest time, guys. So this was since okay, we can consider from the 4th of August. Now is September. Okay, so essentially trading during this time can, of course, can. There is possibilities of how we can enter trades. However, it is not trades whereby we can anticipate for the 3R, 4R, 5R. Definitely no. Okay, 1 to 2 max is the most safest way. 1 to 2, so you have to really see how. Average trend sideways momentum, 1 to 1 or 1 to 1.2 is usually a very safe zone. Even 1 to 2, so you want to reach the risk to reward, right? It's quite difficult because that's sideways momentum, right? You have to adapt to the market. There's nothing else we can do because we as retail traders, we cannot really force the market to change. That is who can do it, guys. Big institutions, aka market makers. They own the markets. They are the ones that can actually break off a certain sideways momentum if they wish to do so. Okay. As of now, USDJPY, very boring. Okay, coming to hello, sir. Hello, Lion. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. Coming to ETH, same thing, guys. Very boring. Even though I told you guys, I am anticipating for buying opportunity. Yes, we're respecting certain zones. Still, yes, we're making a move up, but not really moving anywhere. So personally, so I'm kind of thinking to take out my trades. Okay, as of now for ETH. Let me check it. Where are we trending right now? Okay, so currently, okay, currently, I need to show the camera. Currently, just 3%. Okay, it was like, up and down, up and down. It's because also, like I said, lah, sideways memang like that lah, from yesterday. Gold flying, yes, gold flying. Gold will go to Jupiter, don't worry. Let's go to gold for a while. Go, keep going up. Yesterday, remember, guys, the zone I was anticipating, then it never came. It never came to the zone for me to potentially look for any opportunity to enter. So I'm still not going to be entering for gold. But that's just personally me lah. I'm not saying you guys cannot enter for gold. I said this yesterday also. If you guys want to enter, means can, but let's be very careful because we don't really understand the target. We don't really understand the probability of where price may be heading to because we are in a very new territory, basically all-time highs. Okay, we can suddenly go 4,000 also. That can happen also. But the thing is, there's a reason why I say possibly. We're not so sure. Think of this as space, like actual space, the blank, unknown. Okay, there's literally no limit. We can just keep climbing. Okay, basically the stock market, you can think about it as space. When we reach all-time highs or all-time lows, so they call it what, abyss, right? I think they call it the abyss. So if you want to enter, can. Just be very cautious in terms of how price action will be reacting and will be moving. Okay, if you guys want to ask me, okay, Guna, I understand that, but let's say if I want to enter, do we have a zone or not? Yes, we do, but a little bit late now lah. This is the zone. So you guys, this is the zone. So price came inside, right? So this would be an entry opportunity. But personally, also, I would just like to study these entry opportunities. Okay, I would like to go smaller time frames, just understand it, and then also see where will price go, and then potentially show some form of rejection. If you guys see, ever since we start to move up, right, we show a certain form of rejection, but these rejections don't count. If you guys have questions, okay, but those are rejections for Guna. Why you said this don't count? Personally, only for me, these don't count as rejection. Is because the very next candles we are still continuing bullish momentum up. However, you see this one is not about red, it's not about green. It is about actual rejection. What candle is doing? You see, when we see this rejection here, can you see candles start to slow down? We start to see multiple colors. It can be multiple colors. It can be one consistent bearish candle colors. Okay, but you must see a mixture or bearish candle colors. This is what you can see. This is the first sign of a potential rejection area. Again, I don't like to do this because this is only one sense of data. Nevertheless, this is an area, okay, which we can consider a zone of where price shows some form of rejection. Can you see the how to say how they make sense together? This was a zone that I show you guys for potential entry. Okay, and then coming back to the basic understanding of support and resistance. Okay, see, price comes here. Okay, this is the resistance. It goes down, breaks above. Okay, retest the zone and then flies up. Foundations won't go away, no, guys. How futuristic we become also, I don't think the foundations of trading will go away. The foundation is always there. Okay, we never use anything fancy or any different understanding, right? Is basic. Every time when you want to enter an all-time high or anything, we have to wait. You have to wait and see where is that certain form of rejection. If high lah, if low, same thing, same thing. Where is that certain form of rejection? Where we start to see price showing a different sign of reaction. Instead of bull, 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 bulls, where is it? So you see my zone here, right? It's also a very similar thing. You see very strong bullish momentum, and then we start to see mixture of candles. So this is my zone. But price didn't come back and give me that retest. I won't enter, but just to study. Okay? But this one it did. You see, it came, retest, and then do. That's how the market moves, guys. We won't always be able to catch the fish that we want, but at least we'll be able to understand the probability of where we believe price will be heading to next. That's trading. You just have to know where price is going to go. If you can find an entry or not is a different story. But if you can understand where price is going to go, you will be successful. Okay? I hope that was clear. Okay, so let's get back into crypto space. Yeah, so ETH just dancing lah. Eventually, I think I will just close off this trade. Very boring to trade ETH. Solana, it was very nice, but it never gave me that entry opportunity, which I was anticipating for London, okay, to actually move down, or New York to actually move down to give me this entry opportunity. Same thing, but much better than ETH in my opinion. I didn't see any other zone for me to focus for potential buying opportunity because we are seeing bullish momentum so far for Solana. That is why I'm not able to really find a zone to give you guys. You guys also know lah, I don't like to simply chinchan give you guys zones. So I'm not able to find one right now. But again, if I do find any zone, I will post it on my Instagram story, and then I will share it with you guys. If not, I will share it with you guys tomorrow during our next live stream. Okay. So we'll be continuing. Nothing for Dogecoin, guys. Dogecoin, even though we have a very nice bullish momentum move towards the upside, I personally did not see any areas whereby we can be potentially focusing on any buying or selling opportunity as of now. Same goes for BTC. But one thing for BTC, BTC, what I want to share with you guys is right. You see, I have a zone above here now. I see quite a bit of bearish momentum, okay, within this zone here. So roughly 114,400, okay, around this zone level onwards, I start to see more bearish momentum kicking in. Why I draw this is basically is because I want to understand, even though we are in a bullish momentum right now, yeah, right now we're in a bullish momentum moving up, right? There always must be to a certain point where we potentially can be keep moving higher or lower. Okay, in this sense, of course, higher. So if I were to find any buying opportunity, so I need to be aware that the moment price comes into this level, even though it's not 114,400, it is bearish territory already. I will need to see how will price get filled within this zone, and then I would like to see the reactions. If I'm seeing more potential bears kick in the market, I should not be focusing on buys. This is what something you guys should not be focusing on buys also. So the zone that I draw right here, okay, you guys can come back to the live stream also. Just remember it's here, okay. Remember that bears were present inside of the zone, and we are about to enter a bearish territory as of now. Okay, when price come close to the territory, so you see a powerful move towards the downside, right? Okay, so this is basically, you can think of it as the aura of bears within this level lah. Okay, so now we are pushing stronger, definitely compared to that time, but we are about to enter a bearish territory. So this is something just for you guys to keep in mind. Oh, sorry, I turned off my trading view. Something for you guys to keep in mind lah, for BTC lah. But nothing significant right now. There isn't a buying opportunities right now from what I can see. Okay, so definitely something just for you guys to keep an eye out on. That's it for crypto space. So let's go into forex. Okay, forex also same thing. I was anticipating for price to come within this level to give me a potential buying opportunity to move towards the upside, but it looks like we may be taking out our first target already. Okay, this may be the sense, but I'm not going to rush in and just enter lah. Okay, I'm just going to still wait and understand if price will give me this opportunity or not. If not, we will find another potential zone if price shows that to us within this week. Anyhow, also it's only Tuesday, so we still have time to find other trading opportunities, guys. All right, but overall, I'm still bullish for AUD USD. NZDJPY. Okay, this one will be funny. Yesterday when I spoke to you guys, we were very close by the zone ready for potential selling opportunity. But then today we start to move down. However, as of now, we are still seeing these not very strong lah, but bullish momentum candles popping up. Okay, so there is still a chance for my potential selling opportunity to happen here, whereby we can still see price move to this area by tomorrow, if it wants to do that lah. By tomorrow, I believe we can reach this level. Definitely, we can reach this level if price really wants to move towards the downside. Definitely we have to move up first. I told this a long time ago. It's a concept that if you guys are really trading and did backtesting, you will understand. If price wants to move up, it will move down first. If price wants to move down, it will move up first. This is the basic concept. Okay, because we want to aim for liquidity. So that's for NZD JPY lah. Same buyers. I'm not changing anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm just waiting. Okay, basically just waiting. AUD CAD. Okay, this one already taken out the first target already, guys. No entry. Okay, we analyzed the market around here. When I start to see New York session, we were pushing towards the downside, especially this strong candle. This was after the live stream, by the way. I was had a very strong conviction that today, when I woke up, at least during London or pre New York session, which is my sweet spot to enter trades, I thought that trade would be around this level. When I check, wow, we actually went to take out the target. Personally, I'm still happy because we was already anticipating that it's going to move towards the upside. Did that happen? Yes. We just didn't get the entry opportunity. But does that mean that this bias is already gone? Definitely no. Of course, we have more targets to aim for. And if there is any zone that is created, no, I can't see any potential zones that has been created for me to focus on potential buys right now. But nevertheless, probably by this week I'll be able to find another entry opportunity for AVCAT. So definitely still a pair that I'm focusing on. These pairs are healthy, guys. That's why I'm showing you these pairs. One of the reason why I'm showing you because I don't want you guys to be boring. Okay, keep going to the same pairs. But in reality, that's trading. When you guys get into trading, it's not about going through so many pairs all the time. But depend on your strategy, of course. I respect that also. It depends on someone's strategy. But the way how I trade, I would usually trade a specific pair for the longest period of time up to a certain level where I will understand he's actually moving in a sideways momentum. If I see this, then only I will usually choose to change pairs. Okay? So just know that the pairs that I'm highlighting to you right now, especially the one that I prioritize, is healthy pairs. Healthy pairs means they have a trend, whereby we are essentially following the trend, and all we have to do is find our potential entry opportunities to follow the trend. That's it. That's all what we're doing. Okay. Okay. Last but not least, okay, this one still got a lot of room lah. Okay. This one is I'm waiting for buy. So I don't think by this week I will get this opportunity. However, this is still a very healthy trend. So maybe by this week we could come until this low. Even lower also can probably. So this is a trading opportunity. Maybe I will be focusing on for next week. Okay, so I just sharing with you guys like focusing on buys for Euro CAD, just not yet. I of course, if this bias is legit, I want to find any selling opportunities for Euro CAD lah. I want to find potential selling opportunities. I think there's one right now. I mean, draw it up for you guys. Okay. London. Okay, during London session we had one. Okay, we are moving towards the downside. Maybe after the live streams, I will check and see if I can potentially enter for a selling opportunity or not lah for Euro CAD. So definitely a pair that I'm interested in. Gold we already spoke about. All right. This is a very good sign lah for any of you guys that potentially want to trade gold or anything. Okay, can you see rejection? Right. Okay. Okay, so this rejection is probably another area that we can be focusing on as of now. So whenever you see rejections means the overall trend is bullish, right? Unless that trend really starts to shift, you need to understand in terms of how the market structure will change character. If you understand that concept, then you'll be able to identify if now you should be focusing on sells or buys. But if you are focusing on sells, just be very aware you are going against a very strong bullish momentum. Okay, but if you are able to capture a selling trend at the peak, amazing, a lot of money to be made. Okay, basically you're catching the trend at the start of the trend. How to identify? I just teach you guys shortly. This is a bullish momentum, right? Moving up, right? Okay. How you want to find if the market is potentially going to be changing the trend? This is what is supposed to be happening. Okay. Essentially, in your mind, okay, for an uptrend, draw a line at the peak. Did the price break? Yes, it broke. Then again, the peak, draw a line. Did price break? Yes, awesome. You're uptrend. Did the price break? Awesome. However, this also broke the bottom level. Can you see it? You guys can see it, huh? This is basically me giving out a class, huh? Okay, so if you see the bottom level, right, the leg lah, of that peak gets broken through, potentially, not 100%. Nothing in trading is 100%. Potentially, we are starting to see a shift in the market trend, whereby market may potentially start to make a move towards the downside. So when going up, we find the peak. When going down, we find the leg. Okay, basically the bottom part. Break, awesome, downtrend. Break, awesome, downtrend. Break, awesome, downtrend. Okay, trading 101 with Guna. So essentially, if you guys can see, this is your leg, right? Actually, this is your leg. This is not considered your leg because you never made a new high. This is the high. So this is the lowest point that instantly, essentially continued the high. Okay, so this is your leg. Essentially, market broke below this level. Market broke below this level. Close also, not just this weeks doesn't count. The body had to count. Then potentially we start to seeing a shift towards the downside. Should you be sad? Of course, no. Thankfully, in forex side, we can trade both buy and sell. If you're in stocks means, then you should be sad because stocks you only can trade buying opportunities. But nevertheless, if you're a stock trader, you most probably long term. So no need to worry lah. I think long term sure will keep going up. Don't worry. Okay. So traders, I think I'll end the live stream here because it looks like there are potential trading opportunities for me to enter. I'm interested to find a selling opportunity here for EuroCAD, but I'm not going to give you guys that selling opportunity because, like I said, I need to do multi-time frame analysis. Everything that I give you guys, potential sell, potential buy, is markets that I already analyzed. I always do my analysis throughout the day, and then only when I do my live stream, I share with you guys. Even though I can find a zone, I don't want to give you guys, okay, you guys can focus on sell. Okay? Because I understand that you guys, if watch my live stream, you guys really want to learn, right? So I don't want to simply give you guys any, oh, buy now, sell now, where you guys get wrong information and then you will see the market go against you. Maybe you start to judge yourself or your strategy or whatever. Don't want that to happen. That's the most susah thing to get through. All right. So I won't be giving guys potential sell or buy. Look, ADUSD. Haha, we are potentially coming inside of our zone for potential buying opportunity. Okay, this is good for me. Let's see, ADUSD. Okay, AUDUSD is still a long way lah. Still a long way. Okay, AUDCAD is still a long way. I think AUDUSD is the best. Yeah, AUDUSD is potentially the best because we're quite close by. Okay, so maybe I might have an opportunity lah. I might turn out to have an opportunity today. But if I enter, tomorrow you guys will be aware of it. Okay, but primarily I'm focusing on buys. I need to see also once price come inside of my zones, how will price start to react? Then only potentially I will be focusing on a buying opportunity. Okay, nevertheless, you guys surely will be updated. If you guys are interested to find out more details about how I do my analysis, okay, how I give out my predictions to you guys live from Monday to Friday, I do have my own personal 6-week course where you guys can apply to join in. I do have links in the description where you can reach out to me. Basically, even if you have zero experience in trading, it does not matter. I take you guys on a 6 weeks journey with me, whereby within 6 weeks time, I will essentially teach you everything that I know about trading, all the things that is important about trading, so that you guys will be able to do the analysis that I'm doing right now, the bias, my understanding of why I think price may be going up, maybe going down, everything you guys will be able to do the same thing within 6 weeks time. So if you guys are interested to find out more details about that, I do have links in the description below. Do feel free to reach out to me to clarify more details about the course. Okay? Thanks. No worries, Durga. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, guys, I will catch you all in the very next live stream. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Stay safe, traders, and trade safely. Goodbye.